morning of September 16th, 1922, in New Brunswick, New Jersey, a young couple went for a walk down Russie Lane, the local lover's lane, and found a man and a woman lying in an embrace on the ground. Both dead. Both shot in the head. Love letters the woman had written to the man were ripped to pieces and scattered between them. The man was Edward Hall, a minister in a local church, but the woman next to him was not his wife Frances. It was Eleanor Mills, a beautiful woman in the choir. The two had been having an affair for years. A distraught Frances pushed the police to find her husband's murderer. Ultimately, Frances's brother, Willie, who was known to have a grudge against the minister, was charged with the murders. And the trial became the most covered trial in American history at the time. The jury, however, came back with a verdict of not guilty. The police and the prosecutors made a big mistake. I believe I know who did kill Edward and Eleanor. It was Frances Hall, and I'm gonna tell you why.
You did awesome. Great job. Great time.
Well done indeed. The way you cut out all the extraneous details made her guilt inescapable.
Yes, very effective. I'd read about the case and always thought the wife was innocent. But the way you presented it, that's how it should have been done, and they'd have caught and convicted her. Better watch out there, John. Our Miss Teagarden could give you a run for your money come the next election.
Was that so?
Oh, don't listen to him. You're the perfect president for the club.
Yes, but it is an interesting question. Which of you two might have the better sleuthing skills?
Well, nobody picks up on those details quite like Ro, but I don't know. John's written all those articles for Lizzie Borden Quarterly, and how many times have you been on CNN?
Of course, you have to be loyal to John. He's your uncle.
But Ro is my best friend, so she gets my vote and my loyalty.
Well, John has my vote.
No, thank you, Ro. But for tonight anyway, you're clearly the master sleuth.
I'd give the edge to you.
What a rabble-rouser you are, Jane. I hope to see you in church on Sunday.
Oh, well, life is full of surprises. Well, I'm going home to ponder my vote.
Would you like help to your car?
Oh, I don't drive anymore. I have a taxi waiting, but you could help me to the door.
Okay.
Tell me, dear, have you read Oliver Tennant's work on women who got away with murder?
No, but I've heard of this book. It's just been out of print for so long.
Oh, I have a copy. He says exactly what you did in your talk, that women were less often suspected and more likely to be acquitted, thanks to the all-male juries back in those days. Men just cannot bring themselves to believe that a woman has the constitution to kill. It mentions Frances Hall. You're welcome to it.
Oh, I would love to read it. I can come by this weekend.
Now come tomorrow. 3 o'clock? After I've had my nap.
I can do that.
Oh, good.
I don't remember Jane walking with a cane before, do you?
No. And she looked a lot thinner. I hope she's all right.
Yeah. Did she say it again? You remind me of me when I was your age.
No, for once. Bye! Bye!
Hello, Ro.
Arthur.
You didn't think I'd miss your take on Hall Mills, did you? How many nights did we let our food get cold talking about Frances?
I didn't see you in here.
Yes, well, a police detective is trained to be invisible while skulking.
You don't have to be invisible. And you didn't have to quit the club.
My mother raised me to be a gentleman.
Well, don't stay away because of me. I mean, I don't want to bruise your ego, but I've been over you for a while now.
Ooh, ouch. Okay, that stings a bit. But seriously, it's great to see you. I mean, especially when you're on your game like that.
Thank you. It's good to see you, too.
Good. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I will start coming back to meetings.
I hope so.
Yeah, you could use someone to challenge you a bit.
You always have to be here earlier than everyone else.
Good morning to you too, Lillian.
You think being early earns you extra points with Mr. Crowley, but it doesn't.
Just like to look at the news before my day starts.
Nothing but murder and mayhem in the news.
Exactly.
Spit it out. What do you want?
Can Miss Teagarden help me?
Do you need a book, Jared?
Yeah. But she's mean.
Meaner than a snake with a sunburn.
Now, Mitch, you tell your clients when they are sitting on that veranda with that cool breeze coming off the stream, they'll think that extra 20 grand is more than worth it. Go on, tell them. All right, then. Bye, Mitch.
Still have Mitch Marvin wrapped around your finger, I see.
Never mind about him. I'd come to take you to my broker's dinner. There's a new agent. He's very handsome, and I'd like to introduce you. Yeah, we can stop and get you a new dress on the way.
Okay, first, I have an appointment, and second, I can't afford a new dress.
Because you are woefully underpaid, I can buy it for you.
No, you already paid my rent.
I do no such thing. You manage my townhouses in exchange for rent. No, you can let me buy you a dress. This has no pizzazz.
What? I think it's...
Honestly, Aurora, I don't know how you expect to meet a suitable man unless you at least try to catch his eye.
I meet men, Mother. Sometimes I even date them.
I said suitable. That scruffy police person doesn't count.
How can you consider Arthur unsuitable?
He belonged to that ghoulish club of yours, that murderers club. It's positively indecent digging into other people's deaths. You only do that because you know I disapprove.
Mother, I adore you. I don't know what you're saying, but I adore you.
Oh, well,
I have to go to my friend Jane's.
Oh, well, if you finish early, can you at least try to stop at the restaurant for dessert? His name's Raymond, and he drives a BMW.
Oh, some of these books are impossible to find. First edition, Fall River's Tragedy? John would swoon.
His offer to buy it goes up by another $50 every week.
Well, I wish I had access to a collection like this while I was getting my master's. My thesis was in true crime literature.
Oh, it wasn't a specialty of library science in my day.
It's still not, officially. I think I'm the only librarian in the state who has it.
You remind me of me at your age. You don't like it when I say that. You think it means you'll end up alone, like me, a spinster librarian with nothing but dusty mysteries to keep me company. Oh, the lure of an unsolved mystery. There's nothing like it. I have sat here on this seat for many absorbing hours. Right here, puzzling out the most stubborn of murder mysteries. And no doubt you'll be better at it than me. You have a mind for murder like no one else I know.
Thank you, I think.
Take this. This is the best book on women murderers I've come across.
Thanks. I'll bring it back next week.
Oh, I don't need it back. It's a gift. Reading it won't help you solve every mystery, but it might help with one or two.
Sally, isn't it past your bedtime?
Have you heard about Jane Engle?
Oh, yeah, I saw her today. She said it again. You remind me of me, and talking about how it's not so bad to end up a spinster librarian.
Ro?
All I could think about was maybe I should have married Arthur, but nah, I wasn't in love with him. I mean, I can't really blame him for marrying Lynn Leggett.
Ro, Jane Engle is dead. She was sick a long time with this heart thing, and she just never told anyone.
I mean, I didn't know her very well, but I liked her. You must have known her better than I thought.
No, funerals just make me cry.
Oh, and you wonder why Macon doesn't give you hard news assignments.
Oh, hush, just because you never cry at anything.
Speaking of Macon, he's looking over here now.
Oh, no, I can't let my editor see me cry. What is he doing here anyway?
I think he lives on Jane Street. Those must be all the neighbors. I recognize the McCanns from the library, and Marcia and Torrance Rideout. My mom found them in the house next to Jane, but I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's Carrie Riley. You know, that Carrie Riley? Her husband said he was going out to buy ice cream for their daughter and never came back.
Hi, Scott Aubrey, Jane's minister. It's good of you to come.
Thank you. I'm Sally Allison.
Hi.
This is Aurora Teagarden.
Hi.
Teagarden? Any relation to...
Aida Teagarden, the real estate queen. Yeah, it's my mother. I know, we don't look much alike.
No, I meant Aurora Teagarden, the one Jane wanted to set me up with.
Oh. I'm Aurora. Ro for short, but I don't think this is...
Oh, no, not now. But why don't we arrange dinner for later this week? Say Friday? I sort of consider it Jane's final request. Okay.
What just happened?
Jane's minister asked you out on a date and you said yes. It could be a very interesting story to tell your future children, how you and he met at a funeral.
Well, he is attractive. But how do you go about dating a minister? What?
Oh, come on. You knew Lynn was pregnant when they got married.
Yeah, not that pregnant. He must have started seeing her like 2 hours after he broke up with me.
I was looking forward to her talk on Madeline Smith next month.
I think we should stick to Madeline next month, in Jane's honor.
Okay, this is gonna make me cry and I can't let Macon see. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Bye. I'll see you two at the next meeting.
Take care.
Miss Teagarden. Miss Teagarden, hold up there. Oh, I'm glad I caught you. Now I don't have to hunt you down. I believe we met at the last library fundraiser. Bubba Reinhardt's the name.
Oh, yeah, the attorney who won our dance contest.
Guilty. I had the honor of counseling Jane just before she passed.
Oh?
Yeah, she wanted to drop a new will. Said she no longer wanted to leave her estate to her cousin Parnell. He'd probably just leave it to his dogs.
Oh.
Rather, well, she decided she'd leave it to you.
Wait, what?
Jane named you her beneficiary. You've inherited her estate, money, house, jewelry.
You're joking.
Lawyers have a rule. We don't joke about money.
I mean, I only worked with her for a couple of weeks before she retired, and I saw her once a month at the club meetings. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, it did to Jane. She was pretty certain it's what she wanted. Of course, you won't get a check till we get through probate, but well, I see no reason to wait to give you the keys to the house. I'll be in touch.
Jane left you everything?
So says Bubba Reinhardt.
But you didn't even cry at her funeral.
I know. I wish I had. I really did like her.
Well, she must have liked you a lot.
I can't believe I have a house. I mean, my own house. I never thought I'd own a house, not on a librarian salary.
So are you gonna live in it?
I guess I could. I don't know, it's so strange to have these choices, to be able to do what I want.
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to go see my new house.
So neither of you heard anything? I mean, the back door was broken into, and that damaged window back there, it's pretty close to your house. You didn't hear any glass breaking?
Didn't hear a thing. How about you, Sugar?
No. But I mean, we did have our music playing pretty loud. We were having a home on Wednesday celebration. Torrance is almost never home on a Wednesday.
I work for Avtech, sales for Northwest Territory. I'm usually in Idaho on Wednesdays. I didn't go today. I wanted to pay my respects to Jane.
But I heard footsteps going in your direction. You didn't see anything out your window?
Well, honey, when we celebrate, we like to keep the curtains closed.
Okay, then. Anyways, it doesn't appear like anything was missing just like a year ago.
Good thing we put in an alarm system.
Wait, what happened a year ago?
Oh, I'll fill her in. You folks go on back to bed. I appreciate the help.
Okay, well, good luck. I mean, hopefully you catch him this time. And I'm so sorry you had such a poor welcome to our little neighborhood.
So what happened a year ago?
A year ago, there was a series of break-ins on this street. 4 houses, all had broken windows. The place is ransacked, but nothing was ever taken. I never solved it, and it looks like it started up again.
Someone is looking for something.
Or someone just likes to mess up people's property.
No, someone's definitely searching this place. They're looking for something not small. Do you notice how only the biggest cabinets and drawers have been opened? They didn't even bother with the small ones. Look. I bet it's that way in the kitchen, too.
Boy.
Bigger than a bread box.
All right, time to go. I need to get back to the station and file this report.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find what that someone was looking for.
I am not leaving you here alone, Ro. The perp could decide to come back and finish his search.
Yeah, which is why I need to find it first.
No. You can look for this mystery item tomorrow. Right now, you are going home.
Oh, I've never seen this pushy side of you.
Really? Well, let me tell you something. I have seen this too curious for her own good side of you, and I want your word you will not come back until daylight.
Fine.
Good.
Go ahead and tell me then.
Tell you what.
You and Lynn bought the house across the street with a sold sticker on it, didn't you?
We move in Saturday. I guess that makes us neighbors.
Great.
Yep, that's happening. Anyway, be safe.
Always.
Life does have a sense of humor.
You mean because you inherited a house just days before your ex-boyfriend and his pregnant wife moved in across the street, or because you inherited a house while it's being ransacked by a window-breaking stranger?
Both. I wish I knew what Mr. Shadowy Stranger was looking for. Been here since my shift ended. Haven't been able to find a thing. It's quite the mystery.
Right here, puzzling out the most stubborn of murder mysteries.
Sally, sorry, I gotta go. What are you smiling about? Who are you? You with the missing piece in your head? Blunt force trauma. Someone must have hit you very hard to cause that damage. Murder? Did Jane kill you? Jane a killer? She must have had a good reason. Maybe you were trying to hurt her. I owe it to her to find out. Okay, one thing's for sure. I have got to get you out of here before whoever's looking for you comes back.
Hi, Ro.
Bob! Oh, I forgot you guys are cleaning carpets today. Okay, it's fine. Just do what you need to do. I'm gonna... Never mind.
Ro, is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Aurora? Aurora, are you here?
Mom, you're home.
Well, this is a nice surprise. What are you doing here?
Jane Engel. You know she died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom, she left me her estate. Her house, her money, everything.
Jane Engel? I didn't even know the two of you were that close.
We weren't. I don't know why she picked me. But I'm not even sure I'm gonna keep the money, though. Who knows where she got it?
Well, she inherited it from her mother.
Oh, well, that's a relief. Okay, I have to go. Sally's coming over after work.
No, wait a minute.
I'll tell you everything later. And that's where it is now. In my mom's closet.
A skull. You found a human skull in Jane's window seat and you hid it.
Well, so I can figure out why she was hiding it. You know, what if she was the one that killed it? She must have had a good reason.
Who cares? You don't play finders keepers with a skull, Ro. You give it to the police.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, say Jane had a legitimate reason for whacking someone in the head. I would hate to drag her good name through the mud. I mean, we know she's a good person.
No, all we really know is that she was obsessed with women who got away with murder. I mean, look, isn't this the book that she gave you? So now you're gonna help Jane get away with murder? Come on. Oh, this looks like Jane's handwriting.
Yeah, it has my name on it.
Well, what does it say? I didn't do it, but I think someone close by did. Oh, well, great. Good to know that Jane isn't a killer. But what about the rest of it?
It means Jane has passed on a murder mystery for me to solve. That's why she left me her house. I mean, she found that skull, she tried to solve the murder, and she couldn't. And now she left the mystery to me. I have to figure out if Jane was right. I have to figure out if there's a murderer close by. Don't you see? This was Jane's dying wish. I have to do this.
No, you don't. This is crazy and it's dangerous.
It's not that dangerous. The murderer doesn't even know that I found that skull.
Really? Are you sure about that? You're not thinking straight, Ro. If there's a killer in the neighborhood, it's up to the police to find him. And if you don't tell them what you found, I will.
What? Just give me a week. Wait, 1 week. And then you can go to the police. I mean, and I will give you the exclusive for the paper. You're always asking Macon to give you a shot at the hard news stuff and not the fluffy stuff. Now's your chance.
Why do you want to do this, Ro? Why?
I don't know. Jane said I had a mind for murder. I mean, if she's giving me a chance to figure out if that's true, I have to at least try. Oh, come on. I mean, who knows how long that skull has been sitting there? Months, maybe years. What's another week gonna do?
Fine. You have 1 week. That is all.
Thank you. You're a good friend.
Or I'm the worst. One or the other.
Hi, this is Aurora Teagarden. I'm calling for Mr. Crowley. I won't be able to come into work tomorrow. I'm a little under the weather. I mean, I'm not, it's just a little. Oh, I just won't be there.
All right, you have everything you need? Yeah. Great. Can I help you with something?
Oh, no, I'm just exploring my new neighborhood.
Oh, you must be the one that got Jane's house.
Yeah, that's me, Aurora Teagarden.
Well, hello, neighbor. That's Emma. I'm Carrie Riley. You have heard of us, the poor Riley girls, famous for being abandoned.
No, well, yes, I have heard of you, but
I wish I could invite you in for coffee, but I have to take Emma off to school and myself to the shop. I work at the little fashion boutique on Elm Street. You should come by sometime. Really.
Yeah, I'd like that. Oh, can you just tell me, who lives at the house at the end of the street?
Oh, that's Macon's house. Macon Turner. All right, come on, Emma, let's go. Nice to meet you. What you got?
No, I am not about to start spying on my boss.
I'm not asking you to spy. I just want some basic information on him, like age, marital status.
I don't know his age. It's not polite to ask. He's divorced, and I don't want to be having this conversation.
Was his wife named Linda? I know a Linda Turner from the library. She had a son, Ian, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, maybe that's because Ian took a graduation trip to India and disappeared. Macon hired a private investigator to try and find him.
Oh, how awful. Oh, I remember Ian. He liked graphic novels. But if he's missing, then he's a possibility for the identity of that skull. Right after Carrie Riley's missing husband.
Wait a minute, why is Ian a possibility? He disappeared in India.
Yeah, but Macon could just be saying he disappeared there.
If you were even entertaining the idea that the very nice man who was my editor could have killed his own son, the only proper thing to do is to hang up on you.
Marcia! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to say hello.
No, it's not your fault. I scare easily when Torrance is out of town. I mean, the music keeps me company, but oh my gosh, it's so nice to have a real live person to talk to. Have a seat.
Thank you. I'd like that.
So how are you doing? I mean, you and Jane, you must have been the best of friends. I mean, with her giving you her house and all.
Yeah, we were, friends. And what about you? Were you too close?
I mean, I'd like to think so, yeah. She was always so sweet to me. I mean, even if she did have some odd ways.
Odd? Like what?
Oh, you know what? That's not the right word. But that's what Torrance always thought about, the way she just sat in the backyard for hours at a time, just sitting on that little chair over there, not reading, not doing anything. Just looking at stuff, you know, watching. I mean, of course, Torrance always thought that she was watching him, but I mean, it's just silly. It did make him a little uptight, but, oh, he just doesn't like people in his business, you know?
Do you rent that apartment over your garage?
Not anymore, no. I mean, we used to always have a tenant up there, but Torrance won't hear of it now, so. Although, you know, the last tenant did duck out on his rent. He just disappeared, left all his stuff behind.
Oh? Oh, what was his name?
Hello?
Teagarden, Scott Aubrey. I'm here at your house to pick you up for dinner, but you're not here.
Scott, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I lost track of time.
Well, you know, if tonight's not a good night...
No, it is. Why don't I just meet you at the restaurant so you don't have to wait?
That sounds good. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry.
Hi, Ro. What are you doing here?
Did you tell anyone about me finding the skull?
No.
Not even Macon?
No, I definitely did not tell Megan. Why are you asking?
Oh, I gotta go. I'm late for my date.
Remember, you only have 5 days left.
5.5. You looked different in regular clothes.
Well, I hope that's a good thing.
Oh, it's definitely good. You look really good. I'm sorry. I wanted to change into something nicer, but
You all right? You seem a bit jumpy since you got here.
yeah, I might be a little jumpy.
Like, I hope I don't make you nervous.
No, you don't. I mean, you do. Because, you know, you're a minister.
And that makes me different than other guys? How?
I guess it doesn't make you different, but it makes me feel like I have to be different, you know, well-behaved.
You're not usually well-behaved.
Usually, yes, but I'm
Tense.
not tense. It's... I'm trying to rise to a challenge that I set for myself, wondering if I bit off more than I can chew.
Tell me more.
That's how you're different. You are amazingly easy to talk to.
Well, we do take a lot of listening courses in minister school. The question is, can I rise to the challenge I set for myself?
What challenge?
Or the challenge of dating the distracted Aurora Teagarden.
Oh. Better than brownies?
Sometimes.
Thank you. I had such a good time.
You act surprised.
I am. I mean, I didn't know what it was like to date you.
You thought it'd be dull.
You are anything but dull. But what I really want to know is...
Whether a minister kisses the lady goodnight.
Aurora! Oh, what on earth are you doing? Father Aubrey? Well, isn't this a nice surprise?
Mrs. Teagarden, it's always a pleasure.
Mr. Rankart, I didn't realize you and my mother were acquainted.
Oh, of course we are. I just listed his house. Although why he wants to move to a big and dirty city is beyond me.
Well, a man needs a new mountain to conquer every now and then. Well, that was the table.
Aurora, I should scold you for not telling me that you and Father Aubrey were an item.
It's our first date, Mother.
Well, why don't we make our second date on Sunday? I'd like to invite you out to the 10 a.m. service with my congregation, and you can hear what a scintillating sermon I give.
I'd love to.
Yeah? And you're invited too, of course.
Oh, that'll be lovely. I'd love to come. Yes, as long as you promise not to tattle on me to my minister.
Oh, Scout's honor. Well, we'll see you Sunday, okay?
Okay, bye. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, you and Father Aubrey. Do you know how thrilled I'd be if you were a minister's wife? But is this what you wore on a date?
Mark Kaplan. There you are, you rent skipper. Live and well in Philadelphia. Hello, Lillian.
So, you call in sick on the day you're supposed to come in, and here you are on your day off.
Just doing some research.
You're lucky Mr. Crowley isn't here to see that you're not the slightest bit sick.
You're right. I'm feeling better. You can tell Mr. Crowley that I'll be in on Monday for my shift.
I'll also tell him you're using the color printer for a personal project.
That's why I left the $2 on the counter. I'm sure it'll cover it.
Right through there, guys. This is great.
Hi.
Hey.
So, today's the big day, huh?
Yeah. Listen, I just wanted you to know that I haven't dropped the ball on your break-in.
Oh, I wouldn't think that.
Yeah, not that there's much I can do with no witnesses or fingerprints left behind. But I did compare your break-in to the reports on the others in the neighborhood. Same exact pattern, right down to only the large cabinets and drawers being left open.
Arthur, honey, have you seen that box with the lamp in it that goes...
Hello, Lynn.
Ro? Arthur told me that we might be running into you. I guess there's no might about it.
Woohoo! More new neighbors. I'm the official welcoming committee. Torrance is going to be so happy having not one, but two police detectives living on our little street. He always worries about me when I'm home alone, but you know, I always tell him, never underestimate a woman. Am I right, ladies?
Right?
Yep.
Well, we're very happy to be here.
Oh, well, you should know we consider everybody in our little neighborhood our friends. In fact, I know exactly what me and Torrance should do. Have a barbecue to welcome you all. What do you say?
Can't wait.
Super fun.
Thought I'd find you here. Oh, looks like corporate headquarters of Teagarden Investigations. Oh, Ro, I worry about you being here day and night.
Oh, I don't stay here at night, believe me.
Oh, you have dirt on your table.
Probably fell off the skull.
Oh, you put it on there? Ro, ew.
And that's where I found it.
Ooh.
Yeah, look, there's dirt in here too. Either Jane dug it up herself or found it freshly dug up. All the break-ins around here? Somebody knows a body's missing its skull and has been looking for it. But how would they know it's missing unless they've checked where the body is buried? Huh. The Blanchard case. Remember Kansas, 1957? The killer kept digging up the body and moving it because he wanted to keep an eye on it. Somebody's been keeping an eye on the body that belongs to that skull. He's dug it up. At least once.
You're making the hair on the back of my neck stand up so hard it hurts. Google Earth? Why?
Okay, this image was taken of the street just 3 months ago, but Google Earth lets you pull up historical images. Now, this one was taken from 2 years ago.
What am I looking at?
Oh. Look, see how this bushy area looks different than it did 2 years ago? It was bare here, and now it's grown in.
Meaning?
It's the perfect spot to bury a body. Down there where the two fences come together. Right there.
Oh, you are not about to go start digging for a dead body.
No, I'm gonna wait until it gets dark. We'll need flashlights. Hey, you gotta hold that light still. Oh, this is ridiculous. Well, you can go back. Just leave the flashlight on the ground.
What was that?
That's me.
Riley?
Oh, hey, Sally, I need some light. Oh, I think we just found the skeleton that goes with that skull.
Finally, the police are involved.
Yeah, because you called them when I wasn't looking.
Well, I wasn't going to let you try and hide an entire skeleton in your mother's closet.
Oh, no. That's Captain Jack Burns, the police captain, angriest man you'll ever meet.
You. Didn't you used to date?
Detective Smith, yes, but that's ancient history.
Miss Teagarden and Miss Allison said that they went for an evening stroll. Found a stray cat.
Well, we thought it was a cat.
Followed it into the bushes.
Yeah, and then I tripped, and there it was. It was a bone sticking out of the ground.
I told them to come down to the station on Monday to give the report. Excuse me, ladies.
Does that mean we're free to go?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know, don't you think it's strange that everyone in the neighborhood is out here and curious, except for the McCanns?
The McCanns are out of town.
See? Not so strange. Now, I'm going to talk to Macon and see if he'll let me write this up for the paper.
Okay, what about the fact that there are no clothes on that skeleton? Do you think that the killer took them? I mean, it's not likely that they decompose that quickly. There was no wedding ring on the finger.
Ro, just stop, all right? Listen, I understand the temptation to start analyzing the neighbors and looking for clues, but this is not a case from the Real Murders Club. You need to let Lynn and the Homicide Division handle this.
Wait, you're not going to be a part of this investigation?
No, I'm with the Burglary Division.
Yeah, but don't you think those burglaries and that body could be connected?
Well, if it is, Lynn will figure it out. She's very good at her job, so please do her and me a favor and let it go.
Oh, sweet bed. Oh, here I come. Hungry. Food. First. Oh. Shower first. Gotta shower.
Let's go. Oh, please tell me you're not wearing that dirt to church.
Well, today we're going to talk about refrigerator theology. What is refrigerator theology, you ask? Well, I don't know about you, but if you look on my refrigerator, you'd see a dozen or so magnets with a lot of sayings that speak to me. One says, beauty is God's handwriting. Now, that was from Emerson, who I consider the greatest preacher who ever lived. Even if he was Unitarian. But on to more fun stuff. Let's talk about our parents. Thank you so much for coming. You look great. Feeling much better? Good. You look better. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Cheers. Thank you so much for coming. Have a really, really good week.
Oh, your hair, Aurora. It has a mind of its own. Is that why everyone's staring at me?
More likely they know you're dating their minister.
Or it could be that other thing. Hello, Ro. Word's been spreading you found a dead body last night.
Ghastly, isn't it?
Well, it depends on how you look at it.
How else would one look at it?
Mother, this is John Queensland, the president of the Real Murders Club.
And you seemed like such an upstanding citizen.
My title doesn't impress you.
Your title is fine. Your jurisdiction is the gutter.
Is this your way of flirting with me, Mrs. Teagarden?
So glad you could make it.
Thank you. Your sermon was wonderful.
Yes, positively inspiring.
Well, good. Maybe you'll let me take the two of you to Sunday lunch.
Oh, that's so generous of you. Yes, we'd love to go.
Good.
If I invite myself along, will you take the hint that I'm flirting with you?
Most men don't dare.
Okay, and thank you for the invitation, but I've been up all night long.
She discovered a dead body.
And I don't think I'll be good company today. Can we have dinner tomorrow night?
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really. Okay, Mother, let's go.
Okay, well, how disappointing. But we'll have to try again. Bye.
Okay. You say dead body?
I don't think Mr. Crowley will be pleased to see one of his own on the front page of the newspaper. Stumbling over human remains. It's unseemly. And unsanitary. I hope he made good use of disinfectant.
Is that Linda Turner, Macon's ex?
I don't know.
Excuse me, Linda? I don't know if you remember me, but you used to come in here with your son.
Ian, my bookworm.
Yeah, he used to come in here all the time when he was in high school. How is he? I heard he went to India.
Yes. Seemed like he was there forever. Half the time we couldn't even get in touch with him. I was so relieved when he got back.
He made it back then?
Yes, last month. With a British fiancé, no less.
Some reporter you are. You gave me bad information. Macon's son is not missing. He's back, alive and well. He's getting married.
Okay, so I'm terrible at keeping up with office gossip. I'm not lazy. She runs classifieds and knows everything about everyone here.
Okay, well, this means there's only one possibility left for the identity of that skull. It's Carrie Riley's husband, Brad.
Well, it's a good thing it's in the hands of the police now, isn't it?
Oh, aren't you just burning with curiosity to find out who it was we found?
We're like lukewarm with curiosity. Besides, if you really wanted to know who that poor soul is, you would give the skull to the police and let them match it to dental records or whatever it is that they do. Please tell me that you are not about to hunt down Brad Riley's dentist.
No, don't be silly. I'm going dress shopping.
Okay.
Did you know that the dress shop where Carrie Riley works is practically across the street?
I can't wait to see this on you. The color is perfect for your skin tone.
Oh, I would never have picked that out for myself.
It'll be just darling, you'll see.
Wish I had more fashion sense. You're probably one of those brides that had the perfect wedding dress.
Oh, no. Brad and I eloped. One of those quickie courthouse deals. I didn't feel like a big wedding was right, not when Bubba and I had just barely broken up.
Bubba? You and Bubba Raincart once dated?
More than dated. We were engaged for 2 years. But he was in law school then and barely ever had time for me, so girl does get tired of waiting. I liked that Brad was in such a race to the altar. Of course, I had no idea he'd be racing away from me just as quick.
But you still wear your wedding ring.
Huh. Habit, I guess.
Did you and Brad have matching bands?
Oh, no. He never wore one. He said he didn't like jewelry. I should have known.
Did you ever wonder? I mean, when we found the body at the end of the street, did you ever wonder if that could be...
Could be who, Brad? Oh, no. No, he left on purpose. He was restless. But to tell the truth, I was ready to get rid of him and his cheating ways. Although it hurt our baby girl. She cried and cried. Felt like he didn't love her enough to stay close by, you know? That is the one thing I won't ever forgive him for.
But you didn't wonder if he was in an accident?
Oh, that dress is a dream on you.
Wow. Fits perfectly. Oh. Too bad I can't afford it.
I thought you just inherited some money from Jane Angle.
You're right. I did. Wow, I've never bought so many clothes at once. This must be what it feels like to be Marcia Rideout, to have an outfit for every mood.
You don't want to be like Marcia.
Oh, you guys aren't friends?
I thought we were once. Turns out she was a better friend to Brad.
Marcia and your husband were...
I don't know that for sure, but he was always flirting with her, and she flirted right back. I even warned Torrance about it once. I said, we better keep an eye on those two.
Huh. Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
Sally!
Ro, look at you. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
But no, seriously, that's a great dress.
Thanks, but never mind about that. I'm pretty sure that the body we found really is Brad Riley. And I'm pretty sure I know who killed him.
Who?
Torrance Rideout.
Torrance Rideout a killer? I don't know. He seems so nice.
Well, he might not be that nice to a man chasing after his wife. That's what Carrie Riley just told me Brad was doing, and she said she warned Torrance about it. That's one. Two, as soon as Brad disappeared, Torrance started worrying about being watched. He even stopped renting out his garage apartment. Three, when I surprised the killers searching Jane's house, he ran off to the north. The street dead ends at the north, just past Torrance and Macon's houses.
Okay, wait. You said that Brad trying to get busy with Marcia gives Torrance motive to get rid of him, right? Doesn't that also give Carrie motive?
I thought about that. But Carrie is so upset about her daughter feeling abandoned, I don't think that she'd put that burden on her if she knew that Brad was dead and not a deserter.
I guess you're right.
I mean, it's got to be Torrance. He had the motive, and now I just need to find out if he had the opportunity. Carrie told me the day Brad disappeared 2 years ago, which fits time-wise. Just that body must have been buried for quite a while before the killer figured out that the skull was missing. I wonder if I can find out if Torrance was in town the day Brad supposedly took off.
Or you could let the police find that out. I know it's not what you want, Ro, but...
No, you're right. It's time. I mean, the police can identify that body, and if it really was Brad, then Carrie and her daughter deserve to know. The police need to make an arrest.
Okay, we're going to the police station right now before you change your mind.
Okay, I can't do this. I can't accuse Torrance of murder, not without proof. What if I'm wrong? I could be ruining his life.
So don't do that. Just hand the skull over to the police and let them figure it out.
What, and admit that I've had it for days? They could say I'm tampering with evidence. They could arrest me.
Could they arrest me too for knowing?
We need a better plan. Let's go.
Ro? Sorry to keep you waiting. I understand you have more information on the body you found?
Well, not information as much as questions about who it was. We know that Carrie Riley's husband, Brad, disappeared a few years ago. It seems like he's the most likely person.
Well, when we ID the body, we'll be sure to let the family know first, and then we'll release a statement.
Then you haven't identified it yet?
There are challenges.
What if he had the skull?
How the hell do you know that body's missing its skull?
We watched them dig it up.
Yeah.
I expect you to keep that confidential. I also expect you to remember that this is now a police matter under my jurisdiction. And I really don't like civilians loitering in my station, trying to pump my detectives for information.
Thank you for your interest, but we've got this covered.
Okay, but in case it turns out to be Brad, Carrie thinks that Torrance Rideout had a reason to be jealous of him, just in case you want to go take a closer look at Torrance.
You two are in that club, aren't you? The Real Murders Club?
So was Arthur.
Well, if we'd like to convene a club meeting, we'll be sure to have you over for punch and cookies and gossip. But in the meantime, this is my case, and you need to stay out of it.
Ro, wow, you look amazing. You look nice too, honey. You've got a sweetheart, honey.
That was a mistake. Oh, we shouldn't have done that.
Well, if you ask me, the first mistake was you keeping that skull and deciding to play detective.
How can you say that? I found the body. Who knows if it ever would have been found if I hadn't? And I might even know the answer. This isn't a game to me, Sally.
I know, Ro, but it's not your job. It's theirs.
Exactly. It's their job. And then they go home at night and they think about other things and they may or may not get around to solving it. But it is not a job to me, and it's not a game. It's a what? I don't know. I just know that I all but pointed a finger at Torrance Rideout, and I need to figure out if that was the right thing to do. Aurora Teagarden. Oh, Mr. Leonard, hi. Thank you so much for calling me back. I just have a few questions for you about a project you developed with Torrance Rideout 2 years ago. Yeah, I understand that you presented that at a conference in June, but I can't find the exact date. Sorry, what was that name again? Is Miss Jasper in? She organized a supply chain conference in Phoenix 2 years ago. I just had to ask her. What time is she leaving? I'm 45 minutes away. I can get there before then. I'd rather talk to her in person.
Every time I turn around, there you are.
So it was Brad's body that I found.
The coroner says that the skeleton matches his age and his height, but we won't have a DNA confirmation for another few days, and I'm not about to tell Carrie until we know for sure.
Yeah, but you must be pretty sure, otherwise you wouldn't be here checking out Torrance Rideout's alibi. Does he have one?
Yeah, he does. He was in Phoenix, Arizona the day that Brad Riley disappeared. I just saw photos of him there.
So I was wrong.
Yep, you were wrong. And I just wasted an entire day going on a wild goose chase. And why? Because Arthur convinced me that you have some sort of super sleuth powers. Her instincts are never off, he said. Promise me you'll follow through, he said.
Really? He said that?
Stupid pregnancy hormones.
Hey, listen, we never fell in love. Arthur and me, I mean, we tried, but it never happened. We had a common interest, that was all.
This isn't me being jealous of you. This is me being tired of tripping over you. This is me feeling pressure to solve this case before I pop. And this is me warning you that if I have to trip over you one more time in connection to this case, I will be arresting you for obstruction of justice.
I didn't break in. I have a key. See? I didn't break in.
Where did you get that key?
Well, from Jane, of course. I apologize for scaring you. It gave me a fright as well when you returned so precipitously. Normally you leave and you don't come back for the remainder of the day, and that's the only time I enter. I'm sure I won't disturb you.
Why did Jane give you a key, which I'll take back? Thank you very much.
I was one of the few who knew she was so ill. I offered to run errands, pick up prescriptions, whatnot.
Well, then why'd you come back now?
I'm embarrassed to say I wanted to see your diagram, see what kind of progress you were making in solving the case of the found skull.
Jane told you about the skull?
No, in truth, I'm quite peeved that she didn't see fit to trust me with such an interesting item in her possession.
Wait, then how did you... Sally.
Don't you dare be mad at me. You have no idea how worried I was, how afraid that I was doing the wrong thing by even letting you start this crazy investigation of yours.
It is not crazy.
Exactly what I said to her. It's like working out a puzzle.
Obviously, I went to the wrong person for advice. I had no idea when he offered to keep an eye on the situation that he would wind up just as obsessed as you are. Tell her what you did, Uncle John.
I put a note on your windshield asking where the skull was.
That was you? Do you have any idea how much that scared me? I thought it was from the killer.
I didn't mean it to scare you. I thought perhaps it might cause you to head for the skull, and I would follow you to it. An ill-conceived strategy. I apologize again.
Why didn't you just tell me that you knew about it?
Because he thinks this is a contest and he wants to win.
I think no such thing.
Oh, really? You don't remember saying that this could settle who has the finest mind for crime in the Real Murders Club?
If I said that, then clearly it's been settled. She found the body. She is the more logical suspect than I. Never even considered Torrance ride out. We were serving Rotary Club together. I was blinded by his good deeds.
No, it turns out that Torrance has an airtight alibi. He's not the killer.
Say, perhaps I was on the right path after all. My primary suspect is Bubba Rankart, Carrie's jilted lover.
That could explain why Bubba's suddenly so eager to leave town. But the killer broke in to look for the skull, and Bubba had a set of keys to the house. No, I doubt it's him.
Do you know how disturbing it is that you two are disappointed Bubba is not a killer? Okay, don't you think it's time that we get the skull to Lynn and let her handle it?
I have 3 days.
I'm going home.
She's worried for you.
I know.
I do hope you solve this, and that you'll let me know if I can help.
Thank you. Just don't go breaking into my house again.
Are you stalking me?
Funny, I was wondering the same thing about you.
Huh. I don't show up at your office the way that you show up at mine.
To see Sally.
And this morning, I see you from my front yard watching me? No, Miss Teagarden. If there's a stalker here, it's you. Just be careful I don't get the wrong idea.
Hi, John. Yeah, you said you'd be willing to help me solve my puzzle.
Oh, Mr. Queensland.
John, hi. What are you doing here?
Afternoon, Sally. I'm placing a classified ad. I'm ready to sell my golf clubs. I'm convinced they're purposely sabotaging my game.
John to my office to spy on my boss, and you don't tell me about it?
Maisie was a fountain of information, as you expected.
You should have at least warned me.
Well, I wanted to, but I knew you would try to talk me out of it. I think it's possible Macon is the killer.
No, he's not. He's a nice guy. He gave me my job.
The killer, when he broke in here, he ran off in that direction. There are only 2 houses at the end of the street before it dead ends, Torrance's house and Macon's house. We've already ruled out Torrance. That leaves...
One Macon Turner.
And this is your reason for suspecting him?
Oh, there's also this. I was searching the court records. I found a lawsuit against the paper for slandering an auto repair shop owner with a story about how he cheated his customers. But the suit named Macon in particular. And guess who filed the suit?
One Bradley Michael Riley.
I found the original filing with the date it was filed 2 months before Brad disappeared.
And Brad disappeared just 3 days before the case was supposed to go to court. This is according to your Miss Maisie. Maisie also said that Macon was sick with worry that if the paper lost the suit, Macon would lose his job.
But it can't be. Not Macon.
He clearly had motive. The question is, how do we Wait, no. Oh, no. My mother found the skull.
Couldn't be anything fancy, just the neighborhood.
Wow, that just sounds so great.
Oh, Aurora, darling. Your lovely neighbor was just issuing invitations to a barbecue in your honor.
Well, also in honor of the Smiths, to welcome you all to the neighborhood. It's tomorrow. Lynn, I really hope that you and Arthur can come too.
We will do our best.
And Mrs. Teagarden, I mean, you must come too. I mean, the more the merrier.
Oh, I'm sure I'd love to.
Yeah, we'll be there. Thank you. You're so kind. I just have to steal my mother.
What on earth?
See?
John, what a lovely surprise.
More than lovely for me.
Mother, do you have any idea what you're carrying in that bag?
Yes, a skull. I assume it's a prop from your ghastly little club, but it's too vulgar. I don't want it in my house.
No, it's not a prop. That is a real skull from the body I found down the street.
Oh. Oh. You put the remains of a human head in my spare closet? Aurora, what were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking...
No, don't tell me. I don't care. All I care is that you do the right thing and you take it to the police.
Oh, amen.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that, to get it to them without getting me and Sally arrested. But wait. No, we can't give it back to them just yet.
You can make her do it, right? You're her mother. She has to listen to you.
We can't give it to them because we're gonna use it as bait to catch a killer.
Wait a minute. Did you just say that you're gonna use that skull as bait?
To catch a killer, yes.
Now, do you see what I've been dealing with?
How would that work? How would we go about it?
Well, the Rideouts are throwing a barbecue tomorrow. The whole neighborhood will be there. Macon will be there. And if we drop hints about finding the skull...
His reaction would speak volumes.
I have never heard such a wretched plot. You can't be serious.
Oh, she's serious.
Of course I'm serious.
I don't understand you.
I know you don't.
Well, I understand her, and it's a solid plan. It could work very well.
Or you both could find out how wrong you are about Macon, and I get to be there to see it. Guess who you're taking to the barbecue?
Well, I need to be there as well.
Well, Marcia just invited my mom. You can be her date.
No. I won't have anything to do with this at all. No, not one tiny bit. In fact, I'm not going at all.
Marcia, your table looks straight from the pages of a magazine.
It really is gorgeous.
Well, there's nothing like entertaining to bring out my creative side.
Something wrong?
No, just Torrance. You know, I asked him to put away his softball stuff after practice. He just always leaves them laying around. Men are such messes. Am I right, Aida?
I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
Well, you look like you used lemonade.
She's just a little upset the doctor put her on bed rest.
I'm not due for 3 more weeks.
She went into false labor last night, hours at the hospital.
I told you it wasn't the real thing, didn't I?
Yep.
I told you.
She was right.
Wow. More Achilles.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I wanted to talk to you about that skeleton that you found. I've been thinking, and what if this entire neighborhood was built on an Indian burial ground? Wouldn't that be something?
You should talk to my mother. She knows the history of just about every house in town.
Oh, great. I'll talk to her then.
Hey, guys. You know, Carrie was just wondering whether this subdivision was built on an Indian burial ground. What do you think?
No, I think that would be illegal. But how else do you explain the body you found?
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't know how to explain why it was missing its skull.
It was what?
Yeah, the skeleton was missing its skull. Of course, I knew that before I found it.
Well, I'm sure the police are handling it.
Yeah, I just hope that they're focusing on that missing chunk in its head. It sure looks like murder.
That would really be something, especially in this neighborhood, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure would.
Yeah. So what were you saying about your boss's,
Oh, the Mustang?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 302 boss. He has all new parts totally built.
Yes, please tell us that we can be done with this ridiculous farce.
Scott, hi. I'm so glad that you called, and I really want to talk to you, but I'm kind of in the middle of something right now, and I have to call you back, okay?
Hello? Ro?
Macon didn't have any significant reaction that I could tell. How about you?
See, I told you there's no way Macon killed Brad Riley.
My husband was killed?
That was Brad's skeleton that you found? You pulled my husband's body from the ground and I have to find out from my neighbors? What kind of police department are you?
But you should know, the way that you've handled this is going to be part of the story when it runs in the paper. Come on, let's go.
You. I warned you. Several times. You leave me no choice. I am charging you with obstruction of justice. All of you idiot real murders people.
You certainly don't mean me.
All of you.
Okay, honey, you know what? Let's just get you to bed, all right?
I think it's just one of those stupid Braxton Hicks things.
Probably, but you should be resting. Let's go.
Arthur!
Okay.
You better call your lawyer.
For heaven's sake, Aurora, you made me a criminal? How could you put me in this position?
I'll try and talk to her.
Well, who's gonna eat all this food?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Don't.
No.
Just a moment. Come back.
Mother, no! If you give that to Lynn, she might really charge you.
I'm going to prove to her that I'm not one of you murder-obsessed people.
But she's furious right now.
We could all find ourselves behind bars before the day is out.
Oh, but this is evidence. And if you're holding on to it, well, then maybe you deserve to be behind bars.
You're right. I'll go put it back where it came from, and I'll tell the police where they can find it. Right now, I promise.
You're finally talking sense.
I'm sorry that we dragged you into this. I really am.
I'm sure I will accept your apology eventually. But right now I need to go home and indulge in some retail therapy.
So you're sure this is outside the area the police searched?
Positive. They didn't go past that perimeter.
First thing tomorrow, I'll say I was snooping around, curious, and stumbled onto the skull here.
Yeah, they'll probably think an animal dug it up.
So much for the members of the Real Murders Club having minds for murder.
Men just cannot bring themselves to believe that a woman has the constitution to kill.
When a woman kills, it's almost always friends or relatives.
Well, you should know we consider everybody in our little neighborhood our friends.
A woman's dark side is often underestimated.
Never underestimate a woman.
Nobody ever suspects the woman. Oh, Jane, you are so right.
Hello?
Sally, it's me. I finally figured it out. I know who killed Brad Riley.
I just can't let you do it. I can't let you tell people what Asher did.
You need to stay in the house.
You killed Brad Riley.
Well, not on purpose. I just was trying to make a point with this bat here for him to leave me alone. Just because you flirt with the fellow doesn't mean he can take liberties.
That was self-defense, really.
But you didn't call the police.
Well, I didn't know he was dead. I mean, not at first. I just thought that eventually he was going to get up and crawl out with his tail between his legs, but he never got up. And then it just seemed too late to call.
Hey, he was on the kitchen floor when I got home the next day, and what was I supposed to do? Let my sweet sugar get dragged off in handcuffs? It was my fault for not being there to protect her.
So you burned his clothes and buried him?
Middle of the night, end of the sidewalk. Seemed right to bury him as close to his own house as possible.
Oh my gosh, but I started having these nightmares, this ghost walking up and down the street.
I thought about moving him, but when I went to dig him up...
The skull was missing.
Yeah, I figured somebody in the neighborhood had to have it.
Which I thought was silly. I mean, all that breaking into houses, Torrance, wasn't nice.
I was right, wasn't I? Jane had it.
He didn't suspect Jane for a second.
But he broke in here last week.
Well, I didn't think it would hurt to take a look, but I didn't find it. Never would have guessed until today that you had it.
Which is such a shame because you would have made such a nice neighbor.
Oh, I can still be a nice neighbor. I mean, if you really hit Brad Riley in self-defense.
No, it's too late to go down that road again. I mean, even if I didn't go to jail, Torrance would for burying the body, and I'm not going to let Torrance go to jail for protecting me.
Of course you wouldn't, sugar.
So what, are you going to bash me in the head with the bat, too?
Oh, my gosh. Of course not. I would never do that. No. Torrance said he was going to take care of it.
Don't know if I want to use the bat. Remember how much blood it left on the kitchen floor? I'd rather just throw her in the tub and drown her.
Then I would rather you get your dang hands in the air.
Do it! Drop the bat and get your hands in the air, both of you!
Oh, I've never been so happy to see anyone. How'd you know?
Your friend Sally called 911. I heard our dispatcher on my scanner. 2 units are on the way. Secure them in the fridge, will you?
Move, faster! I am pregnant and I am very cranky.
At least we'll both go to prison together.
Are you going into labor?
I think you should take this. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you need to go to the hospital.
No time, I think. Baby's coming now.
Where is she? Where's Lynn? Where's my wife?
You delivered my baby.
You saved my life.
I am not naming this kid after you.
Come meet your daughter.
Daughter.
Now, even the police have acknowledged that the murder of Brad Riley may never have been discovered, let alone solved, without her. So it is with a mixture of immense pride and more than a little envy that I turn over the office of president of the Real Murders Club to Miss Aurora Teagarden.
Oh, Ro, you did good. Even with me fighting you every step of the way. And don't you just know that Jane's up there smiling down from her window seat in heaven? Ooh, I'm sorry. Excuse me one sec. Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Hi. So happy to see you.
You too. I seem to be dating a woman of hidden depths. I wonder what other surprises you might have in store for me.
Aurora! Oh, well, I suppose congratulations are in order, Madam President. Oh. Although I still think that this is not an appropriate activity for you. I mean, you could have been killed.
I'm sorry that I worried you.
But this is a lovely dress. I mean, it's so flattering.
That was Megan. He just assigned me my first hard news case.
We are making progress, Sally. We're making progress.